Everyone dies! But no.
Hey guys, Fatpreacherman here, and here is the red set from the Gatecrash. And starting with Act of Treason all the way through. I'm actually only missing 2 cards from the red set, which is pretty cool. We're missing the Hellkite Tyrant, which would have been nice to get, but can't get them all. And we were also missing the Rip Scale Predator. So the first one is Act of Treason. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Tap creature. It gains haste. And that's 2 and 1. Bomber Corps, human soldier creature, battalion. Battalion reminds me of Battlecry a little bit. Whenever Bomber Corps and at least 2 other creatures attack, Bomber Corps deals 1 damage to target creature or player. Cinder Elemental, 4 mana. If you pay X in red, tap it, sacrifice it, it deals X damage to target creature or players, 2/2. Crackling Perimeter, 2 mana. Tap and untap gate you control. Crackling Perimeter deals 1 damage to each opponent. Ember Beast, 3 mana. It can't attack or block alone, 3/4. Fire Fist Striker, 2 mana. Battalion is that it can 2 other creatures attack. Target creature can't block. 5 Alarm Fire. This one's interesting. 3 mana. And it's a gold. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage, put a blaze count on it. Remove 5 and deal 5 damage to target creature or player. Foundry Street Denzian. It's only 1. Got quite a few of these. Whenever another red creature enters the battlefield you control, he gets +1 to end of turn. Furious Resistance is only 1. Target blocking creature gets +3/0 and gains first strike. Hellraiser Goblin, 3. A Berserker. Creatures you control have haste and attack each combat if able. Homing Lightning is 4. Deals 4 damage to target creature and each other creature with the same name as creature. Legion Loyalist is 1. Haste, and has that battalion thing. In his battalion, gain creatures you control gain first strike, trample, and end of turn. It can't be blocked by tokens. Madcap Skills, I like this one, is 2. Creature gets +3 and can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. Mark for Death is 4. Target creature an opponent controls blocks his turn if able. Untap that creature. Other creatures that player control can't block. Massive Raid, 3 mana. Got lots of these too. Massive Raid deals damage to target creature or player equal to the number of creatures you control. Molten Primordial. Haste. When Molten Primordial enters the battlefield for each opponent, gain control of up to 1 target creature that player controls to end of turn. Untap those creatures, they gain haste. 6/4. That one's a rare. Nice. We have Mugging. Mugging deals 2 damage to target creature. That creature can't block this turn. Scorchwalker. He's only 4 mana. He has Blood Rush. This is a new ability. If you pay 3 and discard it, then the target attacking creature gets +5/+1, and because he's 5/1. You'll find plenty of creatures with that in this. We found Scorchwalker. Pay 3. He has the Blood Rush 2, 5/1. Oh, sorry, we just looked at that. Okay. Skinbrand Goblin. Blood Rush 1. So again, that Blood Rush is basically you get to sacrifice the creature for a mana cost, and then you get to put their life, their power, and their toughness onto another creature. Skullcrack is 2. I like this one. Players can't gain life. Damage can't be prevented this turn. Skullcrack deals 3 damage to target player. Structural Collapse. This one's nice too. Target player sacrifices an artifact, a land, and it deals 2 damage to that player. 10 Street Market. Enchant Land. Enchant Land has tap, discard a card, then draw a card. That's nice. Towering Thunderfist costs 5. And for 1 white mana, Towering Thunderfist gains Vigilance to end a turn, 4/4. The Vishayo Shanktail, which is 4. First Strike and the Blood Rush, 3/1, so it's a 3/1 Blood Rush. And the Warmind Infantry. Battalion, whenever Warmind Infantry, and at least, so he has Battalion, 2/3. Okay, so that's all the reds we got. Check back for more. Jesus bless you, and good gaming.
Hello there. Jesus bless you. This is Sugarbeastie, and I am going to show you here. There's a quick overview of the white cards from Gatecrash Magic the Gathering. So you see a brief overview here of all the cards. Let's go in to see what goodies that we got. Okay, I like playing the white cards. They are my favorite. Okay, we have here, cost 2 mana to get out. 1 white, 1 of any. It's the Aerial Maneuver. It is an instant. Target creature gets +1/+1 and gains flying and first strike to end of the turn. That's really good to hurry up and get out, especially to, depending on what deck you're playing against. We have the second one, Angelic Edict. It is a sorcery. Costs 5 to get out. Ooh. Exile target creature or enchantment. Let's go to the third one, Assault Griffin. Oh, it costs 4 to get out. This is flying, though. They're really good. That's one of the reasons I like the white deck. Red one's my second favorite. Assault Griffin. 3 to get out, 4 to get out, 3 of any color, 1 white mana. It's a Griffin flying, and it is 3/2. Goody, goody, goody. Okay, let's go to the next one. The next one is Basilica Guard. Costs 3 to get out, 2 of any, 1 white mana. Creature, human soldier, defender. It has extort. It says, whenever you cast a spell, you must pay either a, white or black life. If you do, here it says, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain that much life. Ooh, it's 1/4. Okay, let's go to the next one. What other goodies do we have? Okay, this costs 3 to get out, 2 of any, 1 white. Court Street Denizen. Okay, creature, human soldier. I like the soldier. I have a soldier deck, actually. Whenever another white creature enters the battlefield under your control, tap target creature an opponent controls. Alrighty, let's go to the next one. What's our next goodie? Okay, it is 2 a human creature, human knight. It's the Daring Skyjack. Costs 2 to get out. I like these cards like this in the white deck. Green one has good ones too for little mana. It has this thing called Battalion. I believe it's like Battle Cry or similar to it. But it says whenever Daring Skyjack and at least 2 other creatures attack, Daring Skyjack gains flying until the end of turn. And that's pretty cool too, especially since you bring it out right away. You might have maybe 1 or 2 other creatures out. And that way you can gain flying to the end of turn, especially if they don't have a flying creature out. And I like this one. This one is a good one. Debtor's Pulpit. This one is 5 to get out. All right, 5 to get out. And it is an enchantment, an aura enchantment. Enchant land. It says Enchanted Land has this. You tap it, to tap target creature. I like this because it's like the Gideon that I have. What is that? Gideon's Lawkeeper. I have several of those in one of my decks. Fatpreacherman hates that deck. Okay, and we go to the next one. Forgot to mention, though, with the other one, dealing with Darren Skyjack, that's a 3/1 creature, which is really good, because if it only takes 2 to get out and it can do 3 damage, that's really good. Anyway, let's move on to the Dutiful Thrall. It is a creature. You can pay 1 black mana to regenerate Dutiful Thrall. It's a 1/1 creature and only costs 1 to get out. So that's really good, especially if you're playing with a black and white deck. That's really good for that too. Okay, let's go. That Apostle Boy has a black and white deck. Let's go to this. This is
baby,
my husband's favorite. This is he is just like, you know, going to put like lasers around it or something, laser beams and eye scans. But you know, he got this. It was in the last pack, and it's Gideon, Champion of Justice. I have the other Gideon, and of course it's a Planeswalker. What goodies can it do? I'm sure he probably has put something separate for this, but let's see. It's 4 when it comes out, but to bump it up for 1, I put a loyalty counter on Gideon, Champion of Justice, for each creature that my target opponent controls. Now, I don't have to pay anything for the second ability. It says until the end of turn, Gideon, Champion of Justice becomes an indestructible human soldier creature with power and toughness, each equal to the number of loyalty counters on him. So, wow. So if he has like 4 loyalty counters on him, that's pretty good. How much does he take to get out? He takes only 4 to get out, so that's really good. I believe Ellis Path has one too that takes only 4 to get out. Now, what are the goodies it says? It says he's still a Planewalker, so prevent all damage that would be dealt to him this turn. On the other Gideon is something similar, except with the other Gideon, he's automatically a 6/6 creature, human, and you prevent all damage that will be done in his turn. But unfortunately with Gideon, for that one, he's not indestructible. No, he is.
No, he's not indestructible, just his prevent.
It's just prevent all damage, but he's not indestructible. So this is really kind of good here. And then the last one is a really nasty one. If by some chance you're able to hold on to him and you get him up to 15 loyalty counters are on him, or the amount of counters are on him for him to equal 15. You can use his last one, and that is a nasty one. That is exile all other permanents. We don't like that. No. I'm going to have to find one of these. These is really good if you can get them in a pack, in the Gatecrash pack, because separately they're going from anywhere from $15 on up just for this little one right here. Okay, let's move on. Enough about Gideon, although he's a good card. Let's go on. What else do we have here? Guardian of the Gateless. 5 to come out, 4 of any, 1 white mana. He is a 3/3 creature, and he is an angel. He is flying. That's a pretty picture. Guardian of the Gateless can block any number of creatures. So that's really, really good. If somehow somebody's playing with a red deck and they bring something out to try and knock you down, he can block any number of creatures. And the good thing is, whenever this guy blocks Guardian of the Gateless, he gets +1/+1 to the end of turn for each creature is blocking. So if he's blocking 4 creatures and he's already 3/3, he can be 7/7. So there's a possibility, even if he dies, that he can take out a pretty good creature, a big one with him. So that's really good. Let's go to the next one. Guildscorn Ward. Only 1 to get out. I like this. Enchanted creature has protection from multicolor. This is the first that I've seen where it has protection from multicolor. There may be some out there, you can let us know. But creature has protection from multicolor, which is really, really good. If somebody comes out there with a green and white deck and all you do is have protection from green creatures, this is one to have, so it's multicolored.
Well, especially since Gatecrash itself is really multicolored.
A lot of multicolored cards that are good cards. Now, here's the next one. Hold the Gate. Costs 3 to come out, 2 of any color, and 1 white. It's an enchantment. Creatures you control get +0/+1 for each gate you control, and they have vigilance. So that's good. Ooh. Okay, let's go to the next one. The Holy Mantle. 4 to come out, 2 white, 2 any color. It's an enchantment or enchant creature. It gets +2/+2 and has protection from creatures. I want this one. That's really good, especially when I'm playing with Bunny. who likes to play with those to the blue deck, and I don't like that deck. I don't like it at all. So I need something like this to protect my creatures from her island walk creatures and so forth. Okay, so let's see. What's the next one? Knight of Obligation. Costs 4 to come out. Well, what does it do? That's 1 white and 3 of any color. Ooh, creature, human knight. I like the knight. Like I said, I have a knight deck. I have a knight and soldier deck, actually. It's vigilance. It has extort. Let's see again what it is. Whenever you cast a spell, you must pay either white or black. If you do, each opponent loses 1 life, and you gain that much life. So that is really, 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 really good. In fact, Apostle Boy has a white and a black deck where he has that loop. He has the Lich mirror that comes out, and he also...
It's not the Lich mirror.
I thought
the Sanguine Blood.
Yeah, the Sanguine Blood that he brings out.
The other one he uses with it.
Yeah, he brings another with
Lich
it.
mirror so you don't die.
Yeah, the other one he has to where it's a... anytime you lose life, we gain that much life. So that would be really good if he had this in there, but... I can't show him this because he'll put that in his deck. I need that for my knight and my soldier deck. Okay, let's go to the next one, and that is a 2/4 creature. Okay, Night Watch. So we're talking about 5 mana to get out here, 1 white and 4 of any color, and it is a sorcery. Remember, sorcery can only be played on your turn. Put 2 white creature tokens with vigilance into the battlefield. I really, really like that. One I have has put the 1/1 white soldier creatures out there. So you can get some 2/2 white creatures out there. That'd be really good to have extra on the battlefield. Okay, what's the next one? Luminate Primordial. 7. That is a heavy price to pay. 7 to bring out. But what does it do? It's creature, avatar. It's vigilance. Now let's see what it does. It's a 4/7 creature. When Luminate Primordial enters into the battlefield, for each opponent, exile up to 1 target creature that player controls. And that player gains life equal to its power. So, I mean, that's good that you get rid of it. But if it's a 8/8 creature, then just be aware that they're going to gain 8 life. Let's move on to the other one. Almost done. Murder Investigation. 2 to come out. 1 white, 1 any color. Or enchantment. Enchant creature you control. It says when enchanted creature dies, put X amount of 1/1 white soldier creature tokens onto the battlefield where X is its power. Wow. That's pretty good. Okay, let's go to the next one. It's the Nav Squad Commandos. 5 to come out. 1 white, 4 of any color. Creature, it's a human soldier. 3/5 is it's how much it can do. 3 damage and can take 5. Battalion is the ability it has whenever Nav Squad Commandos and at least 2 other command creatures attack. That this Nav Squad Commandos gets +1/+1 to the end of turn, and bonus, untap it. So that's really, really good. Okay, let's go to the last set.
While she's doing that, a couple ones that we didn't get in the white, we got almost all of them, but we're missing 4. So out of the complete white set, we're missing number 3, which was the Angelic Skirmisher, which looks really cool.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Number 6, which was Blind Obedience. Number 7, which was Boros Elite. And number 12, the Frontline Medic. So out of the white, those are the only 4 we're missing.
Yep. Okay, and let us go on to this one, which actually is number 23. Okay, so this one costs 3 to get out. Righteous Charge, 2 white, 1 of any color. Creatures you control get +2/+2 to the end of turn. That's a sorcery, so it can only be played on your turn. Okay, let's go to the next one. Shielded Passage only costs 1 white mana to get out. But what does it do? It is an instant, so you can play it at any time. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to target creature this turn. Let's go to the next one. Smite. Only 1 white mana to come out. It's an instant. Can be played at any time. Destroy target block creature. That's really good, especially if getting towards the end of the game and you want to get rid of some bad creatures that are pretty powerful. You can destroy those target block creatures. Okay, Syndic of Tides. It costs 2 to come out. 1 white, 1 of any. It is a creature. It's a human cleric. It has extort 2. That's whenever you cast a spell that you pay the white or the black mana 1. If you do, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain that much life. So you could actually have a deck of these extort creatures in there, and you can gain a whole lot of life here, depending on how well you play your deck. And this is a 2 2 creature. Okay, let's go to the next one. This is the Herbis Protector. This one is a little heavy price. It's 6, 2 white mana, 4 or any other mana. Creature, human cleric. It is a 1/1 creature. Now people may go, well, that's 6 to get out and it's only a 1/1 creature, but look at what it does. It says that when Herbis Protector enters the battlefield, I get to put a nice 4/4 white angel creature token with flying onto the battlefield. That's really nice with an angel deck. So if I had like Sarah Angels and so forth out there, it'd be really good. Okay, what else? Or even what's the other one out there? The big one. That is indestructible. Makes everything else indestructible.
Oh,
Avakin. Ooh, yes. Apostle Boy has one of those. And so does Fatpreacherman. That's an interesting game when they come out. And the Zurichi Tiger. Yep. That is 4. That's 1 white mana, 3 of any. It's a pretty cool looking picture. It's a cat creature. It has here, it's a 2/3 creature. But what does it do? You can pay 1. It's an ability. Pay 1 of any color and 1 white. Tap it and you gain 2 life. So this is really good if you could put like an enchantment on it to where it's indestructible, maybe some shroud or hexproof on it. And then what you do is you just keep tapping it to gain life, paying 2. So that would be really, really good to continue to keep gaining life over and over and over again. Okay, well, that's it for the white the Gatecrash. I'm just kind of doing a quick overview so again you can see the cards that we got. We're only missing, I believe, 4. Give you a quick look again at Gideon. He is one of the planeswalkers that are in here. Champion of Justice. All right, that's it. If you have any questions or you have any comments, please let us know. That's it from Sugarbeastie. Jesus bless you and good gaming. Number 68.
Hey guys, Fatpreacherman here, and this is Gatecrash again, and I'm going to be doing the artifacts, which you see here, the tokens, and the special lands that come just for Gatecrash. Now, out of all these, out of the artifacts, we're actually only missing one, which was the glaring spotlight. Let's start with what we do have. We have the armored transport number for 3 mana. Prevent all combat damage that be dealt to armored transport by creatures blocking it. 2/1. And then there's all these key runes for the specific gates. There's the Boros key rune. It's 3. So you can either get white or red mana. If you pay white and red mana, it becomes a 1/1 red-white soldier artifact with double strike to end of turn. Here's the Dimir key rune. It's 3. Tap it for blue or black, and for a blue and black, it becomes a 2/2 blue and black horror artifact creature until end of turn, and is unblockable. The Gruul key rune is 3. Is red and green, and then for red or green, it becomes a 3/2 red and green beast artifact with trample. Here we have Illusionist Bracers, which is 2. Whenever an ability of an equipped creature is activated, if it isn't a mana ability, copy that ability. You may choose new targets for the copy. The Millennial Gargoyle, which is 4. Artifact Gargoyle, 2/2 flying, pretty basic. Here's the Orzhov key rune, 3. White and black. And for white and black, it becomes a 1/4 black Thrall artifact. The Prophetic Prism, which is 2. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card, and for 1 white mana, for any color, for 1 mana of any color, and tapping it, you can get 1 mana of any color. Razor Tip Whip is 2. And for 1 mana and tapping, it deals 1 damage to target opponent. For Riot Gear is 2. It's equipment. Creature gets +1/+2 and costs 2 to equip. Notice on all the equipments now, it's telling you that to attach, you can only do it as a sorcery. Here we go, another key rune. The Simic key rune, which is 3, for green or blue, and for a green and blue, it becomes a 2/3 green and blue crab artifact with hexproof. And the last one we got was the Sky Blinder Staff. It's 1. Artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +1 and can't be blocked by creatures with flying. And you can equip it for 3. Now, out of the tokens we got, start with the Angel. 4/4 Flying Angel. Got the Rat. 1/1. The Frog Lizard. 3/3. The Horror, which is blue and black, flying 1/1. The Soldier, which is 1/1. And the Spirit, which is 1/1. One of the ones that we didn't get was an emblem for the Domri, and the other one was a Cleric. For the lands, we only missed one of those. It was called the Sacred Foundry. But for the lands we did get, the first one is the Boros Guildgate. So it's called Land Gate. It enters tapped, and you get white or red when you tap it. The Breeding Pool is a land, and this is interest, a forest island. And you can tap it for blue or green. As it enters the battlefield, you may pay 2 life. If you don't, it enters the battlefield tapped. The Dimir Guildgate, Land Gate, enters the battlefield tapped for blue or black mana. The Godless Shrine, a Plains Swamp, black or white, and again you may pay 2 life. If you don't, it enters tapped. The Gruul Guildgate, it enters the battlefield tapped, and you get red or green. The Arshav Guildgate enters the battlefield tapped, black or white. Simic Guildgate, battlefield tapped, blue or green. The Stomping Ground is a mountain forest, red or green, and again if you don't pay 2 life, it enters the battlefield tapped. This one's interesting. Thespian Stage. You can tap it to add a blank mana, or if you pay 2 and tap it, it becomes a copy of a target land and it gains this ability. So you can change it later if you want to, because it still keeps that ability, which is pretty cool. Watery Grave. It enters the battlefield tapped unless you pay 2 life, and you can get blue or black from it. So, for Gatecrash, that's the special lands, the gates, and the combo lands, the tokens we got, and the artifacts. Hope you like them. Check you out soon, and check back for more. Jesus bless you, and good gaming.
Hello, Sugarbeastie here again for Fatpreacherman. Hello, Jesus bless you. Let's go in up again. Overcap. There is. We're going to go over the black cards of the Gatecrashers. Okay, Gatecrash. Let's see. Let's go on. Okay, for Magic the Gathering. Let's start out and see what goodies did we get this time. Okay, we're going to go to this one. Let's start out. Balustrade Spy, 4 to come out, 1 black, 3 of any color. It is a creature, vampire rogue. It is a flying creature. Flying, it says, when Balustrade Spy enters in the battlefield, target player reveals cards from the top of his or her library until he or she reveals a land card, then puts those cards, into her graveyard, his or her graveyard. And that is a 2/3 creature, costs 4 to come out. Not too bad. Let's go to the next one. Okay, this is a Basilia Screecher. That is 2 to come out, 1 black and 1 of any color. It's a nasty, nasty looking bat. Yuck. It is a creature bat. Flying, 1/2 creature. Extort. That's again, whenever you cast a spell, you can pay that 1 black or 1 white mana. If you do, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain that much life. Alrighty. Contaminated Ground. We remember these. That's 2 to bring out 1 black and 1 of any color. Nice picture. Enchantment Aura. Enchant Land is a swamp. So that's good if you have swamp walk creatures, which means they can't block. Whenever Enchanted Land becomes tapped, its controller loses 2 life. So that's good to get out if you can get it as soon as you get it in your hand and get it out there for 2 mana. Corpse Blockade is the next one. 3 mana, 1 black, 2 of any color. Well, that's a pretty picture. Not. It is a zombie creature, so it's good for if you have zombie decks. It is a defender, though. So you sacrifice another creature. Corpse Blockade gains Death Touch to the end of turn. That's pretty good, especially if you have maybe a bunch of token creatures out there. You can sacrifice and have it gain Death Touch, the Corpse Blockade. Okay, and so 1/4. Let's go over here. What about the Crypt Gas? That's 4 to come out. Pretty cool picture. 1 black mana, 3 of any. It is a creature that is spirit. Okay, it is 2/2 creature. Not too bad. Okay, extort whenever you cast a spell. Again, that's that pay 1 white or 1 black. If you do, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain that much life. But it has another neat feature. It says whenever you tap a swamp for mana, you can add 1 black. You can add a black mana to your pool in addition to the mana the land produced. So that's really good, especially if you want to get maybe 1 or 2 extra creatures out there. So that's not too bad. Okay, what about this? This is Death's Approach. It is an enchantment or aura enchantment. It costs 1 black to get out. That's a pretty cool looking picture. Now, this is the cool thing about the enchantment creature here. This enchantment says enchanted creature gets -X to where X is the number of creature cards in its controller's graveyard. So if they have a lot of creatures in the graveyard, or if you have one of those cards where they have to keep, taking the number of cards off the graveyard, blue deck is good for that too. This would be really good if you're playing with maybe a blue and a black deck, or playing along with somebody with that 2-headed giant. And that way they would be able to get rid of a big creature. Maybe you have a Leviathan or some big creature out there that you can be able to get rid of. Maybe a creature that has Annihilation or something, or even Advocacy. Get rid of a creature out there that has maybe 8/8/7/7 that you can hurry up and get rid of. That's really good, especially depending on how much mana you have out there. Okay, let's go to the next one. Devour Flesh. That's what he looks like he's saying. Okay, 2 to get out, 1 black, 1 of any, and it's an instant, which means you can play it at any time. Target player sacrifices a creature, then gains life equal to that creature's toughness. So you can actually, depending if you want to gain some extra life, if you have a creature that you want to sacrifice, or you're playing 2-headed giant, talk with your partner, and maybe you can sacrifice one of their creatures if they sacrifice it, and that's a cool way for you to gain extra life too for yourself. Especially if you have a card out there where you gain double that life. Okay, Dying Wish. There is 2 to come out, 1 black, 1 of any color. That is a pretty cool picture though. Enchantment Aura. It's just an enchantment. It says now enchant creature you control. When the enchanted creature dies, that target player loses X life and you gain X life, where X is its power. It's pretty good depending on what kind of creature it's on. Okay, let's go and see what other creatures or cards that we got. Okay, Gateway Shade, 3 to come out. That's a nice picture. 3 to come out, 1 black, 2 of any creature shade. Interesting thing about this, it is a 1/1 creature. It says that for a black mana, Gateway Shade gets +1/+1 to the end of turn. Untap gate you control. So let's say you, have 2 of these, or another gate creature, or that you control, or a gate card, and it gets +2/+2 until the end of turn. So that's really good. Okay, Grisly Spectacle, 4 to come out, 2 black and 2 of any. It is an instant. Again, you use it at any time. Let's see what it says. It says destroy target non-artifact creature. So it has to be a non-artifact creature. Its controller puts a number of cards equal to that creature's power from the top of his or her library into his or her graveyard. So that's really good. But again, it has to be a non-artifact creature. Now, what about this? These are these rats, zombie rats. So this is good if you have a rat deck. Fatpreacherman has a Relentless Rat. I don't like the Relentless Rat deck. But this one is the Gutter Skulk. It is 2 to come out, 1 black and 1 of any color. And we see here, again, it's a zombie rat, and it's 2/2. Okay? That's not bad for just getting taking 2 mana to come out near the beginning of the game. Horror of the Dim. It's a little costly, 5 to come out, 1 black, 4 of any color. What does it do? It is a creature. It is a horror creature that is 3/4, but you pay 1 blue mana. So you need to either have one that tells you can tap a mana for any color, or you need to have a black and blue deck. And it says, Horror of the Den for 1 blue mana gains hexproof until the end of turn, which means this hexproof means it cannot be the target of spells or abilities your opponents control. So somebody has a red deck and they want to do, let's say, 5 damage to you. Can't do it to this creature. Okay, let's go over to the next one. Illness in the ranks only takes 1 to come out. Okay, 1 to come out. It is an enchantment. The creature tokens get -1, -1. I like this because if somebody has something where they keep getting, like, say, for example, spore, what is that, spore counters or those ooze counters, if they're 1/1, you can knock them down, or if they're 2/2, at least you can knock them down, so if they're attacked, they'll only be 1/1. Okay, let's go to the next one. Killing Glare. Let's see, we're about halfway done. Killing Glare, 1 black and X amount of any mana to come out. It is an instant. Well, why is it this? Let's see. It says destroy target creature with power X or less. So I could literally destroy a powerful creature by paying 1 black mana and a certain amount of any color mana that I have to destroy target creature with that power X or less. Okay, this is a cool one. I don't normally play with these particular creatures. It's called Lord of the Void. It takes 7. So you got to have at least 3 black mana and 4 of any color. But what does it do? It's a creature. It is a demon. It is flying. It says whenever Lord of the Void deals combat damage to a player. Whew, this is a naughty one. Exile the top 7 cards of that player's library. Then put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield under your control. And the good thing about this, if you have it, it doesn't say until the end of turn, they're yours. Unless you have something to counteract it. That would be a good time to have a blue deck. Okay, and it is 7/7. So that's a bad boy. That's pretty big to get out. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, Mental Vapors. Costs 4 to come out, 1 black, 3 of any color. It is a sorcery, which means you can only play it on your turn unless you have a card saying that you can play a sorcery on your turn, out of your turn. Target player discards a card, and it has something called Cipher. And what Cipher is saying is this. It says, then you may exile this spell card encoded on a creature you control. Whenever that creature deals combat damage to a player, its controller may cast a copy of the encoded card without paying its mana cost. That's pretty good. Let's go to the other one. Midnight Recovery, 4 to come out, 1 black, 3 of any color. It's a neat looking picture. It is a sorcery again, got to be played on your turn. Return target creature from your graveyard to your hand. Again, that cipher is, then you may exile this spell card encoded on a creature you control. Whenever that creature deals damage, combat damage to a player, its controller may cast a copy of the encoded card without paying its mana cost. Okay. Last row to go. Thank you for being patient with me. Sepulchral. I probably pronounced that wrong. I think it's sepulchral. Primordial. 7 to get this bad boy out. And it's a nasty looking one. Well, what does it do? Okay, it's a 5/4 creature. It is an avatar creature and it has Intimidate. Okay, so that's saying that when this bad boy enters into the battlefield, for each opponent, you may put up to 1 target creature from that player's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Wow. That's nasty. And if you're playing with that and Lord of the Void, wow. Be prepared to kind of cast your cards in. Unless you have a world change. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Shadow Alley Denizen. Okay. 1 to come out. It is a creature. It is a vampire rogue. Fatpreacherman has a vampire deck as well, and that's not bad. It's a pretty good deck. 1/1 is the power and toughness. It says, whenever another black creature enters the battlefield under your control, the target creature gains Intimidate to the end of turn. What does that mean? It means it can't be blocked by artifact creatures and or creatures that share the color with it. Wow. Okay, so let's go to Shadow Slice. 5 to bring this one out. 4 of any color, 1 black. That is a neat, pretty cool picture there. It is a sorcery. That means only done on your turn unless you have a card that says otherwise. Target opponent loses 3 life, and it has Cipher. Again, you exile the spell card encoded with the creature you control, and whenever that creature deals combat damage to a player, the controller casts a copy of the encoded card without paying the cost for it. Okay, Slate Street Ruffian, 3 to bring out, 1 black, 2 of any color. Look at that bad boy. Yeah, he means business. It's a human warrior. So that's pretty good, especially if you have playing with a black and white deck or playing with a deck that says that your humans get +1/+1 or something like that. It says it's 2/2. Whenever Slate Street Ruffian becomes blocked, defending player discards a card. I like those, especially if they're holding some good cards. Okay, what about this one? This is a cool one. Smog Elemental. Let's see here. Get a close-up. Look like something off Independence Day or something. Huh. Okay. Alrighty. It is 6 to get out, 2 black, 4 of any color. It is a 3/3 creature. But what does it do? It is flying, and it says creatures with flying that your opponents control, though, they get -1/-1. Okay. Almost done. Syndicate Enforcer, 3 of any color, 1 black. What does it do? It is human too. It's a human creature, a human rogue. Has Extort, again, it's a 3/2 creature. Now, that Extort, again, whenever you cast a spell, you pay either white or black, and if you do, each opponent loses 1 life, and you gain that much life. The next one only costs 1 to get out. It's a Thrall Parasite. Ugh, I don't like that picture. Let me see here. Spooky. Urgh. Okay, well, what does it do? It is a creature, Thrall, 1/1. Now, the good thing about this, since it only takes 1 to get out, has Extort. Again, that's the one dealing with paying the 1 white or black. Your opponent loses life, you gain that much life. But it has something else. You tap it and pay 2 life to remove a counter from a target non-land permanent. Okay. Undercity Informer. Okie dokie. It is 3 to come out, 2 of any color, 1 black. It is a 2/3 creature. It is a human rogue as well. You can pay 1 and sacrifice a creature, and that target player reveals the top card of his or her library until she reveals a land and puts all those cards bye-bye into his or her graveyard. Okay, White of Precinct 6, 2 to bring out, 1 black, and 1 of any color. Ugh, nasty, looks like Swamp Thing or something. Okay, it is a zombie creature. It is 1/1. White of Precinct gets what? 6. It gets +1/+1 for each creature card in your opponent's graveyard. So that's the creature zombie. Takes 2 to bring out, 1 black, 1 of any color. It's a 1/1. White of Precinct 6 gets +1/+1 for each creature card in your opponent's graveyards. And that is it here.
We're only missing 2 this time. From the black set, it was the Ogre Slumlord and the Undercity Plague.
Yep. So we had just about all of those. Get an overview showing you all the ones that we do have here. Woohoo. Alrighty. So until we meet again, thanks for joining us. Tune in for other goodies that we got. Jesus bless you and good gaming.
Hey guys, Fatpreacherman here, and here we are in Gatecrash at the blue set. And here it is in all of its blue glory. Alright, so let's get started. First one we have is Etherealize, which is 4 mana. Return all attacking creatures to the owner's hand. Agoraphobia is 2. Enchanted creature gets -5/-0. Return Agoraphobia to its owner's hand. Clinging Anemones is 4. And it has Defender, and it has the Evolve. If you haven't seen Evolve yet, it's interesting. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, if that creature has greater power or toughness than this creature, put a +1/+1 counter on it. So that's pretty interesting. The Cloudfin Raptor is only 1. It's flying, and it also has Evolve, which is +1/+1. Frilled Oculus is 2, and it has this ability, which is a trans-color ability. It's a 1 and a green, and you get +2/+2 on the turn, and you can only do this once per turn, and that's 1/3. I'm so glad they're getting more specific with their text, because I remember some of the old days, the cards were pretty vague. Gridlock, this one's nice. For 1 and X, you can tap X non-land permanents. So however many you want to tap, all you gotta do is pay. Hands of the Binding is 2. Tap target creature and opponent controls. That creature doesn't untap during controller's next untap step. And then it has the Cipher. And if you haven't seen Cipher yet, this is pretty cool. After you've cast this and done it, you may exile this spell, encode it on a creature you control, and whenever that creature deals damage to a player, you can, the controller, which is you, may cast a copy of the encoded card without paying the mana cost. So that's pretty cool. The Incursion Specialist, whenever you cast your second spell each turn, he gets +2 until the end of turn, is unblockable. 1/3. 2 mana. For 4 mana, we got the Keymaster Rogue. He's unblockable, and when he enters the battlefield, return a creature you control to its owner's hands. 3/2. Last Thoughts. 4. And draw a card, and he has the Cipher ability, which we just talked about. Leyline Phantom. It's 5 mana. When he deals combat damage, return it to owner's hand. Return it only if it survived combat. That's pretty cool. Again, more specific. Metropolis Sprite. I'm not too keen on this one. It's only 2 mana. It has a flying ability. And for 1 blue, it gets +1/-1 to end of turn. I mean, you can only really pay 1 mana, so otherwise you'll kill it. Unless you get some type of armor on there. Mind Eye Drake is 5. Flying. And when it dies, the target player puts the top 5 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. 2/5. Then we have Rabid Hybridization, and this is one of the ones that makes the tokens, and it's 1 blue. Destroy target creature, it can't be regenerated. That creature's controller puts a 3/3 green frog lizard onto the battlefield. Then we go back up here to the Realm Right for 1 blue mana. The Weldikin Wizard. As it enters the battlefield, choose a basic land type. Lands you control are the chosen type in addition to their other types. 1/1. Sage's Row Denzian. 3 mana. Whenever another blue creature enters the battlefield under your control, target player puts the top 2 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. 2/3. Then we have the Sapphire Drake. 6 mana. Flying. Each creature you control with flying gets +1/+1 counter on it. Each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it has flying. And he's 4/4. So for 4 mana, we got Scatter Arc. Counter target non-creature spell and draw a card. Then we have Simic Flux Mage. 3 mana. Merfolk Wizard. Evolve. So whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, has greater power, you get to put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. But his ability is this. For 2 mana and tapping, move one of the counters from him onto another target creature. Simic Manipulator for 3 mana. Again, he has the Evolve and tap. You can remove 1 or more +1/+1 counters from the Manipulator. Gain control of target creature with power less than to the number of counters removed. Sky Games for 2 mana. Enchantment, Aura, Enchant Land. Enchanted Land has tap. Target creature gains flying at the end of turn. Activate this ability only time you could cast a sorcery. We have Spell Rupture for 2. Counter target spell unless its controller pays X, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. Totally Lost. Excuse me. Totally Lost for 5 mana. Put target non-land permanent on top of owner's library. Void Walk for 4 mana. Exile target creature, return it to the battlefield under owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. And again, there's that Cipher where you get to exile it, attach it to a creature, and if you damage a player, then you get to play it again without paying the mana cost. And the last one we have is Way of the Thief, which is 4 mana. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and is unblockable as long as we control a gate. So there you have the blue set that we have. Hope you like them. Let us know what you got, what you think, and check back for more of Gatecrash. Jesus bless you, and good gaming.
Alrighty, hello again. This is Sugarbeastie and Fatpreacherman here with Gatecrash. This is the green cards. Just giving you a quick overview of what we have here. Let's see what interesting cards we have gotten. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Alrighty. First, we have what's called Adaptive Snapjaw. That is 5 mana, 1 green, 4 of any. It's a creature, lizard beast. It is a 6/2 creature. Ooh, that's a nasty one. Okay, it has Evolve. And Evolve is whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control. If that creature has greater power or toughness than this creature, you put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Neat. Go to the next one. Alpha Authority. It is 2 to get out here. That's 1 of any and 1 green. It is an enchantment, an aura enchantment. It says enchant creature. What does it do? Enchant creature has hexproof and cannot be blocked by more than 1 creature. Okay. Alrighty. What about the next one? 1 to come out. Burst of Strength. What does it do? It is an instant. You can play it at any time. You put a 1/1 counter on your target creature and untap it. Okay. That's really good for when you need to block really fast and add some extra power to it to possibly kill a creature, even if yours is going to die. This one is called Krakenora. It is 3 to come out, 1 green, and 2 of any color here. Ooh, nasty looking one. It is a creature, a crocodile frog. Okay, it has reach. It is 1/3. And that means that when it has reach, of course, that this creature can block creatures with flying. So it has also Evolve, and again, that is when a creature enters the battlefield under control. If that creature has greater power or toughness than the creature you have here, which is 1/3, then you put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Let's go to the next one. 4. Okay, 4 to come out, 1 green, 3 any color. Crown Ceratok. Okay, and it is a creature rhino with trample, which is 4/3. Each creature you control with a 1/1 counter on it, it has trample. Ew. It's a nasty one. Okay, what about the one Disciple of the Old Ways? 2 to come out, 1 green, 1 any color. Okay, got a WoW Tomb Raider picture going on here. Creature, Human Warrior. Okay, this one is a 2/2 creature, but what's unique about this, although it's a green card, you have to pay 1 red mana. So that means Disciple of the Old Ways gains first strike until end of turn. So this is good for if you have a multicolored deck, or if you just have a deck that is, you know, red and green, or just happen to have some lands in there that allow you to tap for red mana. Okay, Force Adaptation is the next one. 1 to come out. What does it do? It's an enchantment or enchantment. It says enchant creature at the beginning of your upkeep. Put a +1/+1 counter on enchanted creature. Okay, that's the beginning of your turn. Greenside Watcher, 2 to bring out, 1 green and 1 any color. There you go. Let's go down. It is an elf druid creature, and it's a 2/1. And what you get to do is you get to tap it to untap a gate. Untap target gate. Okay, what about this? This is a Gyra Sage. And it is 2 to come out, 1 green, 1 any color. And it is a creature, an elf druid. It is a 1/2 creature. It's Evolve. Again, that's when a creature enters the battlefield under your control. If that creature has greater power toughness than this one, which is 1/2, you put a 1/1 counter on this creature to bump it up. And a neat thing about this is you can tap it to add 1 green mana to your pool for each 1/1 counter that you have on this creature. Let's go to the next one, the Ivy Lane Denizen. It's 4 to come out, 1 green, 3 of any color. Creature, it is an elf warrior. It is 2/3. But whenever another green creatures enter the battlefield under your control, you get to put a nice +1/+1 counter on target creature. To the next one, the Miming Slime. 3 to come out. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's a sorcery, which means it can only be played on your turn unless you have a card saying anything differently. 1 green, 2 mana of any color. The good thing about this is it says you get to put XX green ooze creature tokens on the battlefield, and that's only 1. Put N XX green ooze creature token on the battlefield, where X is the greatest power among the creatures you control. So that's really good if you have like a 5/5 creature or even more, depending on what your opponent has. That's really good to have out there. Okay, Naturalize. We remember this. 2 to bring out 1 green and 1 of any color. It's an instant, play it at any time, and you get to destroy a target artifact or enchantment. That's good to destroy those artifacts that give you life or that give you hexproof or shroud. Okay, Predator's Rapport. 3 to bring out 1 green, 2 of any color. It is an instant, play it at any time. Choose target creature that you control. You gain the life equal to that creature power plus its toughness. That's pretty cool, and you don't have to kill the creature. Okay, so what about this one? This one is nice. Rust Scarab. It is 5 to bring out 1 green, 4 of any color. It is an insect creature. And it is a 4/5 creature. It says whenever this Rust Scarab becomes blocked, you got to destroy a target artifact or enchantment that your defending player controls. It doesn't just say that you control, it says defending player, so that's good. Okay. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, bear with me, almost done. Scab Clan Charger. 4 to bring out 1 green, 3 of any color. And it is a creature, a Centaur Warrior, 2/4 creature. And it has something cool, Blood Rush. That's 1 mana of any color and 1 green. And what you get to do with this nice one, it says discard this Scab Clan Charger. Discard this, and the target creature, attacking creature, gets +2/+4 to the end of turn. So that's pretty good. You'll bump it up, what, 4/8. Okay, so let's see here. Serene Remembrance, 1 to bring out. That's a pretty cool picture here. It's a sorcery, only can play it on your turn. Shuffle Serene Remembrance and up to 3 target cards from a single graveyard into their owner's libraries. Aha, very nice. Okay, Scarred Goliath. Ooh, 8 to bring out. Well, if it's 8 to bring out, this has to do something. That's 2 green and 6 of any color. What does it do? It is a beast creature. It is a 9/9 creature. But look at what this bad boy does. First of all, it has Trample. It has Blood Rush, 5 mana of any color, and 2 green. Now, what this does is you discard this Scarred Goliath. You discard this card. And the target attacking creature that you have, let's say you have maybe a 2/2 creature that's not real big, but that particular creature for this turn, not only does it gain +9/+9, but also gains Trample into the end of turn. So if it's a 2/2 creature, it'll be 11/11 with Trample into the end of turn. So even if you kill their creature that's, let's say, 5/5, that extra will go over. That extra, if it's 11/11, and they had a 5/5 creature, that extra, 6 would go over, and it would damage them. Wow. Okay, let's go into Slaughterhorn. It is 3 to bring out, 1 green and 2 of any color. Pretty neat picture. It is a beast creature, also with Blood Rush. Okay, it is a 3/2 creature, but what does it do? For 1 green mana, I discard the Slaughterhorn. That's this creature here. And it says, when I discard it, target creature gets +3/+2 into the end of turn. Not as much as the 9/9, of course, but still, that's not bad. That'll bump it up to be 6/4. Okay, what about this one? Spire Tracer. It's 1 to bring out, 1 green one, of course. It's an elf god. This is good if you have an elf deck. It is a 1/1 creature. It says Spire Tracer cannot be blocked except by creatures with flying or reach. So if you can hurry up and get it out, even if they have a 1/1 creature or a 2/2 creature, it can't be blocked unless they have creatures with flying or those nasty spider creatures that have reach. Okay, let's go to the Sylvan Primordial. Ooh, it costs 7 to get out, so we know it's going to do something delicious. Let's see, it is a creature, avatar. It is a 6/8 creature. Well, what does it do? This 6/8 creature, it says it has reach, so although it isn't flying, it's a big boy. It can reach creatures with flying. It says when Sylvan Primordial enters the battlefield, for each opponent, so if you're playing Two-Headed Giant, for each opponent, which means the 2 of them, destroy target non-creature permanent that player controls. And then, for each permanent destroyed this way, you get to search your library for a forest card and put that card into the battlefield tap. Then shuffle your library. Ooh, okay. Let's go into the next one, Tower Defense. That Tower Defense, 2 to bring out, 1 green and 1 of any color. It is an instant, play it at any time. Creatures you control get +0, but get +5 to defense. And they gain reach to the end of turn, which means they can block flying creatures. Okay. And we have here, we're almost done, Verdant Haven. 3 to bring out, 1 green, 2 of any color. It's an enchantment and or enchantment, and you get to enchant the land. It says when Verdant Haven enters the battlefield, you automatically gain 2 life. Whenever enchanted land is tapped for mana, its controller adds 1 mana to any color to his or her mana pool, in addition to the mana the land produces. So that's a pretty good way to get out some creatures out there for the extra land that it'll give you. Okay, Wasteland Viper, 1 to bring out of green. It is a creature and a snake creature. It's 1/2, and it may seem like, oh, what? It's only a 1/2 creature, and I get 1 to bring out. But the good thing is, it only costs 1 to get out. But this snake creature has Death Touch and Blood Rush. So that means that any creature that blocks this, regardless of how big it is, it dies because it has Death Touch. And the Blood Rush, you pay 1 green mana, you discard the Wasteland Viper. That's this card. And the target attacking creature gets +1/+2 and Death Touch to the end of turn. Ooh. Okay. Wildwood Rebirth. 2 to bring out. This is the last card. 1 green, 1 any. It's an instant. Return target creature from your graveyard to your hand. That would be nice to bring that Wasteland Viper back. Wouldn't that be nice? Yes, it would. And that concludes it all for the green cards. And Fat Preacher Man has something to say about the few cards that we were missing from the green.
There was 4 cards missing this time from the green set that we didn't get.
Oh, okay.
Experiment 1, Giant Adaphage, Hindervines, and Ooze Flux. So those are the 4s we were missing from our booster box.
Okay, so we're missing 4 from that, but we have the other ones. Let us know what cool things that you got in yours. Share with us. Love to hear from you. Okay, this is Sugarbeastie sign out for Fat Preacher Man with the green goodies from our Magic the Gathering Gatecrash. And tune in to see what other great cards that we have and look at some of the other videos of other cards that we got too. All right. Thank you so much. Jesus bless you and good gaming. Till we hear from you again.
Hey guys, Fat Preacher Man here. Just thought I would point out real quick as we're doing the Gatecrash that in the set there is all the land, the basic land is actually from Return to Ravnica. The only land that's specific for Gatecrash or the gates themselves and some combo lands. And they also included some of the tokens that are specifically from the Return to Ravnica. The Ooze, the Soldier, and the 2/2 Vigilance Knight. Just thought I'd point that out real quick. Okay, check back for more Gatecrash info and unboxing and review. Jesus bless you and good gaming. Okay guys, Fat Preacher Man here, and here is the multicolored and what they call the hybrids for Gatecrash. And there is a plenty of them. And out of all of the sets from Gatecrash, this is the one we're actually missing the most of. For the hybrids, we were missing 4, and I don't even know how many for the multicolored. But let's start looking at the hybrids. And so this is a black and white one. You can pay 1, and either 2 white, 2 black, or 1 of each. And it's enchanted creature. Enchanted creature gets life, is +1/+1 flying and lifelink, and that's called Gift of Warzova. Merfolk of the Depths, 4 and 2, and those 2 can be any combination of green and blue. Flash, so you can play him at any time. That you can play an instant, and he's 4/2. The Night Veil Spectre is 3, any combination of black and blue. Flying, 2/3, and when he deals combat damage to a player, that player exiles the top card of his or her library, and you may play the exile card with Night Veil Spectre. Pit Fight is 2 mana, 1 of any color, and 1 red or green. Target creature you control fights another creature. Each deals damage equal to power to the other. Shattering Blow is 2 mana, One of any color, one red or one white. Exile target artifact. Beacon Apparition is 2. It's just 1. It's either white or black. And it's an instant. Exile card from a graveyard. Put a 1/1 white-black spirit token with flying on the battlefield. Biomass Mutation is 2 specific, which either can be 2 green, 2 blue, or 1 of each. And then X of any color. And creatures you control become XX until end of turn. So that's pretty cool. Bioshift is 1 blue or 1 green. Move any number of 1/1 counters from target creature onto another target creature with the same controller. Boros the Reckoner is 3 red or whites. Whenever Boros the Reckoner is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to target creature or player. Boros Reckoner gains first strike until end of turn, and he's 3/3. Then we have the Burning Tree Emissary, which is 2. And when it enters the battlefield, you get to add 1 of each, 1 red, 1 green. So it's basically like it's free. That's pretty cool. 2/2. Death Cult Rogue is 3, 2 either blue or black, and 1 of any color. And he can't be blocked except by other rogues, and he's 2/2. So that's all what they call the hybrids. Now, let's take a look at multicolors. Multicolors, we have the first one, Alms Beast. It's 4 mana. Creatures blocking or blocked by Alms Beast have lifelink. 3 mana, 1 blue, 1 black, any color. Bane Alley Broker. Draw a card, then exile a card from your hand face down. You may look at cards exiled. For 1 blue and black, you can return a card exiled with Bane Alley Broker to its owner's hand, and she is 0/3. Biovisionary is 3 blue and black. At the beginning of the end step, if you control 4 or more creatures named Biovisionary, you win the game. That's interesting. Too bad I only have 1 of those. Need something to clone it. Okay, 1 red, 1 white. Boros Charm. Choose 1. Boros Charm deals 4 damage to target player, or permanents you control are indestructible this turn, or target creature gains double strike to end the turn. Called the Nightwing. It's 4 blue and black, 2 of any color. Put a 1/1 blue-black horror creature token with flying on the battlefield. And then you could do that Cipher ability, which is you exile this after you've played it, and it gets attached to a creature you control. And whenever that creature deals damage to a player, you may cast a copy of that encoded card without paying its mana cost. That's excellent. 1 white, 1 black. Cartel Aristocrat. Sacrifice another creature card. Cartel Aristocrat gains protection from the color of your choice at the end of turn. 2/2. Clan Defiance. 1 red, 1 green, X of any color. Choose 1 or more. This is pretty sweet, and I guess that's why it's rare. Choose 1 or more. Clan Defiance deals X damage to target creature with flying. Clan Defiance deals X damage to target creature without flying, and or Clan Defiance deals X damage to target player. So that's pretty sweet. Dimir Charm. 2, 1 blue, 1 black. Instant. Choose 1. Counter target sorcery spell, or destroy target creature with power 2 or less, or look at the top 3 cards target player's library, then put 1 back and put the rest in the player's graveyard. Dinrova Horror. 6 mana. When it enters the battlefield, return target permanent to its owner's hand, then that player discards a card. Drakewing Krasis. It's 3 mana. Flying and Trample. Lizard Drake. 2 mana for the Duskmantle Guildmage. Human Wizard. 2 different abilities. The first one, if you pay 3 mana, 1 must be blue, 1 must be black. Whenever a card is put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere this turn, that player loses life. And if you pay 4 mana, target player puts the top 2 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. So if you have 7 mana, you can make them get rid of 2 cards and do 2 damage. Pretty sweet. Executioner's Swing. 1 white, 1 black. Target creature dealt damage this turn gets -5/-5 till end of turn. That's pretty cool if you want to finish somebody off who thought was going to survive. Fathom Mage is 4 mana. 1 must be green, 1 must be blue. Evolve, so that's the evolve ability. It's normally 1/1, but if anything comes onto the battlefield that has a power or toughness greater than this creature, put a +1/+1 counter on it. And whenever a counter is put on this one, you get a draw a card. 5 mana, Fortress Cyclops, white and red. Whenever Fortress Cyclops attacks, it gets +3/+3 to end of turn. Whenever it blocks, it gets 0/+3 to end of turn. And it's normally 3/3. Frenzied Tilling is 5, green and red. Destroy target land. Search your library for a basic land card and put that card on the battlefield tapped. Shuffle library. Gore Clan Rampager, 4 mana, 2, 1 green, 1 red, trample, and then it's got the Blood Rush. And it's normally 4/4, so its Blood Rush is 4/4, and it gains trample. Ground Assault, 2. It deals damage to target creature equal to the number of lands you control. Gruul Charm is 1 red, 1 green. This one is nice. I like this one. Choose one creatures without flying, can't block this turn, or gain control of all permanents you own, or Gruul Charm deals 3 damage to each creature with flying. Gruul Rage Beast is 7, red and green needed. Whenever Gruul Rage Beast or another creature enters the battlefield under your control, that creature fights the creature an opponent controls. 6/6. High Priest of Penance, 2. Human Cleric. Whenever High Priest of Penance is dealt damage, you may destroy target non-land permanent. 1/1. Hydroform, green and blue. Target land becomes a 3/3 elemental creature with flying until end of turn, and it's still land. Kingpin's Pet is 3, white and black needed. Flying and Extort, he's 2/2. And Extort is whenever you cast a spell, you may pay white or black. If you do, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain that much life. Lazav Demir Mastermind, 2 blue, 2 black. That's really specific. Legendary creature and a shapeshifter. Hexproof. Whenever a creature card is put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, you may have Lazav Demir Mastermind become a copy of that card, except its name is still Lazav Demir Mastermind. It's legendary in addition to other types, and it gains hexproof and this ability. 3/3. So you can keep changing it. That's pretty cool. Now we have Martial Glory. 1 white, 1 red. Target creature gains +3 to end of turn. Target creature gains 0/+3 to end of turn. Merciless Eviction is 6. 1 white and 1 black needed. Choose one. Exile all artifacts, or exile all creatures, or exile all enchantments, or exile all planeswalkers. That's interesting. The Mind Grind is 1 black, 1 blue, and then X of any color. Each opponent reveals cards from the top of his or her library until he or she reveals X land cards. Then put all cards revealed this way into his or her graveyard. X can't be 0. Mortis Strider is 3. Black and blue needed. When Mortis Strider dies, return it to its owner's hand. 1/1. Mystic Genesis is 5. You need 2 blue, 1 green. That's really specific. 2 of any color. Counter target spell, put an XX green ooze creature token spell onto the battlefield, where X is that spell's converted mana cost. Nimbus Swimmer. It's 1 green, 1 blue, and then X of any. It enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. That's pretty sweet. Flying Leviathan. I like that. Obzidat Ghost Council. 2 black, 2 white, 1 of any color. Legendary creature Spirit Advisor. When it enters the battlefield, target opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. At the beginning of your end step, you may exile Obzidat. If you do, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of your next upkeep. It gains haste. 5/5. So you can keep doing that. That's pretty sweet. 1,000 Lashes is 4 mana, black and white, 2 of any color. Enchant creature can't attack or block, and its active availabilities can't be activated. At the beginning of each upkeep, enchanted creature's controller, that player loses 1 life. That's pretty cool. Odrun Veteran. 4 mana, 1 red, 1 white. The Battalion, and if you haven't seen Battalion yet, it's when 2 or more creatures attack with it, then it gains double strike till the end of turn. The Battalion things are different for different creatures, but that's what his is. Orzhov Charm, 1 white, 1 black. Choose one. Return target creature you control and all auras you control attached to its own to owner's hand, or destroy target creature and lose life equal to its toughness, or return target creature card with converted mana cost 1 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Paranoid Delusions is 2 mana, 1 blue, 1 black. It's a sorcery. Target player puts top 3 cards of his or her library in the graveyard, and then it has the Cipher ability, which is where you get to exile it and attach it to a creature, and when you do damage to a player, then you get to do it for free. Pretty sweet. Now we are at the Primal Visitation. 5 mana, 1 red, 1 green. Enchanted creature gets +3/+3 and has haste. Psychic Strike. 1 blue, 1 black, 1 of any color. Counter target spell, its controller puts the top 2 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. That's an instant. What was this? Purge the Profane. It needs 4. 1 black, 1 white, 2 of any color. Target opponent discards 2 cards and gains 2 life. Rubble Hulk is 6. 1 red, 1 green. And its power and toughness are equal to the number of lands you control. And it has Blood Rush for 1 of any color, 1 red, 1 green. You can discard it. And target attacking creature gets +X till end of turn, where X is the number of lands you control. The Ruination Worm, 6 mana, 1 red, 1 green, and it's just 7/6. That's it, baby. Just a big 7/6 creature. Okay, we got green and blue, Shamble Shark, creature Fish Crab, flash, can play at any time. That you could play an instant, and it has Evolve, so it gets a +1/+1 counter. If anything comes out that's tougher or has more power, then that's 2/1. Then we have the Simic Charm. Pardon me. Okay. Simic Charm is 1 blue, 1 green. And choose one. Target creature gets +3/+3 to end of turn, or permanent you control gain hexproof to end of turn, or return target creature to owner's hand. Skarg Guildmage, 1 green, 1 red. Creature, Human Shaman, 2/2. Creatures you control gain trample to end of turn. Target land you control becomes 4/4 elemental creature till end of turn, and is still a land. Sky Knight Legionnaire, 3 mana, 1 red, 1 white. Flying and haste, 2/2. Pretty basic. Soul Ransom, 4 mana, 1 blue, 1 black, 2 of any color. Enchant creature, you control enchanted creature. Discard 2 cards. Soul Ransom's controller sacrifices it. It then draws 2 cards. Only your own opponent may activate this ability. That's pretty interesting. Sunhome Guildmage, 1 red, 1 white. It's 2/2. Human Wizard. Creatures you control get +1 to end of turn for 3 mana. For 4 mana, put 1 red, 1/1 red and white soldier token with haste onto the battlefield. The Treasury Thull is 6. Black, white, 4 of any color. It's a Thull. It has the Extort. It's 4/4. Whenever Treasury Thull attacks, you may return target artifact, creature, or enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand. And if the Extort is whenever you pay it. Whenever you cast a spell, pay black or white. If you do, the opponent loses 1 life and you gain that much life. Okay. True Fire Paladin, red and white, 2/2. Human Knight, Vigilance. For 1 of each, True Fire Paladin gets +2 to the end of turn. And for 1 of each, True Fire Paladin gets first strike to the end of turn. Urban Evolution, 5 mana, green and blue needed. Sorcery, draw 3 cards. You may play an additional land. That's pretty cool. Vizopa Confessor is 5. Black and white needed. It has the Extort. And when it enters the battlefield, you may pay any amount of life. Target opponent reveals that many cards from his or her hand, and you choose one and exile it. And he's 1/3. Vizkopa Guildmage, 1 of each. 1 black, 1 white, 2/2. Creature Human Wizard for 3. Target creature gains lifelink to the end of turn for 3. Whenever you gain life that this turn opponent loses that much life. Okay, Whispering Madness is 4 mana, blue, black, and 2 of any color. Each player discards his or her hand, then draws cards equal to the greatest number of cards a player discarded, and it has the Cipher ability. Then we have the Wojek Halbriders. 2, 1 of each, black, red and white. 3/2 battalion. So when 2 other creatures attack with it, it gains first strike till end of turn. And the last one we got was the Zur-Ta Swine, which was 5 mana, red and green needed, and it has the Blood Rush for 3. And if you do, you discard it, and the target attacking creature gets 5/4 to end of turn. So some of the ones that we missed from the colors, the multicolors, were Assemble the Legion, Ariella, the War Leader, Ariella's Fury, Borigomus Enraged, Consuming Aberration, Death Pact Angel. We missed the other Planeswalker, Domri Raid, Dust Mantle Seer, Elusive Crisis, Fire Mage Avenger, the Foundry Champion, Master Biomancer, Prime Speaker Zagera, Signal the Clans, Spark Trooper, Unexpected Results, and Zamek Guildmage. The ones we missed for the hybrids were Arrows of Justice, Coerced Confession, Immortal Servitude, and Rubble Belt Raiders. There you go. That's all the multicolors and the hybrids from the Gatecrash. Hope you enjoyed it and hope to see you soon. Thanks for watching. Jesus bless you and good gaming.